Mr. Jules. It was only Ginny's little gag. Anyway, thanks a million. Well, perhaps not quite that much. And that, I trust, explains my little visit to his office for you.
Except, madame, that you never brought me the credit note. You see, I am the gentleman with the ribbon.
Oh, yes. Isn't he cute?
Oh, thank you.
Anyway, I didn't give you the credit note because we suddenly hit on a winning streak. Didn't we, Jean-Claude? Honey, will you come back to Mama before I send you right straight back to that garage where I found you? You see, when I was in the office, Jean-Claude started winning. And when I got back, we really rode high. Didn't we, honey pie?
Yes. In fact, I told you already we are 21,000 up on our original stake.
My original stake, honey pie.
Yes.
And are you sure the director was drinking mineral water?
Oh, yes, yes. I can't stand the stuff.
It's strange, because when I found him at 10:45, there was a brandy glass on the floor beside him.
Good point, Ferdinand. By the way, for your records, I started with 65,000. I'm down 20,000.
I think you lost more than that, Count Valerie, while I was watching you.
Ah, but if you were watching all the time, smart Alec, you'd have seen I won most of it back. Well, ask your croupier if you don't believe me.
Raymond, stop peeking. The only amount that matters is what they have now.
Well, we've got 99,000, 49,000. Oh, that's profit.
So you didn't need this lucky chip, huh?
Hey, is that the one I hid out there in that plant pot?
I'm not even sure that it is yours. I found this amongst the house winnings. Monsieur, if this chip was retrieved from the pot out there, then maybe we'll find that...
Got it. You started with 50,000 francs.
Shall I check it?
Yes, by all means. Dig away, Raymond, dig away. Poor fellow, he hasn't got a garden, you see. Now then, Monsieur Bottomley, I want you to think very carefully. You could have brought that chip back when I saw you re-entering the gaming room.
Any more bets?
Very wise, madame.
Bets, please.
Hello.
Thierry?
Yes, Monsieur Jules.
Have you got the interim figures yet?
No, Monsieur Jules. It's only 10:32, and you said 10:45. Remember?
Ah, yes, so I did. 10:45 then.
Yes. 10:45.
Ferdinand?
Yes, Monsieur.
Have you seen my young lady anywhere?
No, Monsieur le Comte. Perhaps she stepped out for a breath of fresh air.
Maybe, but that gigolo Gier has also stepped out.
Well, I will let you know if I see them, Monsieur.
Non è comico. Ci sono pappagalli dappertutto.
So you see, Monsieur, you could have quite easily put your dirty little chip back into play again. So I will ask you once more...
Monsieur, look! Look what I found hidden in the earth on the other side of the plant.
Just as I thought. Ah, yes, you see? Ah, now, Raymond, you better put that down somewhere safe and sound. And be very careful with your fingerprints.
Now, look, I didn't go near that plant again. Why don't you ask Loverboy over there, where he went for his breath of fresh air?
Monsieur Gillet, will you stop doing that when I'm asking questions?
You are definitely going back to that garage, honey pie.
Well, perhaps you can tune up by telling us where you were, Monsieur Gillet.
You mean when I went out? Yes. Well, I noticed Simone here going out to the ladies' room. I went out into the passage to try and meet up with Simone as she came out of the ladies' room. I heard someone coming, so I slipped into the alcove as a safety measure. But when I looked out again, the passage was empty. And then Simone came out. Oh. Simone, isn't it?
Oui.
My name is Jean-Claude. I was wondering if you were busy for lunch tomorrow.
Well, I was thinking of going swimming.
Good. I've got a very nice lilo. So you see, it was just a harmless little game I was playing.
That does it. You've had your chips.
So, I was right. You were having assignations with my Simone.
But we haven't done anything. Yet.
Yet. Il cielo me ne guardi.
What bothers me is whether the director's glass contained mineral water or brandy.
Dio mi salvi dai dilettati. What does it matter whether the broken glass contains brandy or mineral water?
Because, monsieur, I have never seen the director drinking mineral water in the 2 years that I have been here.
Well, he certainly was when I was in there.
Merci. Monsieur Charrier,
Oui, Raymond.
the police have arrived.
Ah, just in time. Just in time. Now I shall be able to reveal all the... Will you pay attention, please? All the relevant facts to the police. Well, Raymond, have you worked out who the murderer is?
Oui, monsieur.
Yeah, good, good, good. Well, tell me quickly, because I haven't got the slightest idea.
Well, there you are then. A murder with 6 suspects and 1 first-class idiot failing to solve it. Now, our cast have now joined us in the studio. So, panel, I want you to spin the wheel and tell me what part you would like to see again. Patrick, what part?
Yes, I think I would like to see a bit again. I'd like to see the bit where the... there he is, yes. The man with the strange habits is in the hallway, and I don't particularly want to see him necessarily, but I'd like to see the lady coming out of the room, but in his flashback, in his memory.
Very succinctly put. Thank you, Patrick, indeed. Lynsey, what would you like to see again?
I'd like to see Monsieur Jules' carpet. I'd like to see...
Well, I know what you mean, girl. I say what I want to see where he gets his lot, where he gets down in. You're a good girl, right? Yes. You'll have it, right. Yes, what would you like, madam?
I would like to see the same as what Patrick wants to see.
Oh, would you?
Please, yes, thank you.
All right, that makes more time for questioning. Bill, Maynard, what would you like to see?
None of it. It would only confuse me.
Oh, well, we're off to a flying start with you, Bill, aren't we? Well, while we're finding the chips, I mean the clips that you want to look at again, let's have one question from each of you. Patrick, a question, please.
Yes, Ginny, if I may, the American lady.
Yes.
Your husband was a lawyer, you said, didn't you?
That's right.
You obviously treated Jean-Claude Gillet very well. Your sort of gigolo. He's a gigolo, is he?
Oh, that's right, yes.
I mean,
yes.
we saw you treat him well, and you do lots of things for him.
Well, I mean,
you sort of give him money and that, do you?
Yes, we've done
I'm
fine.
really more interested in what he does for you.
He accompanies me.
Yeah. Thank you very much indeed.
It's very embarrassing for an unaccompanied lady.
I wasn't trying to embarrass her.
Oh, indeed, I sincerely
I'm not a bit embarrassed.
I just wondered whether he...
perfectly straightforward financial agreement.
Whether he would
very
just go as
embarrassing
far
for
as
a
to
lady.
murder for you, you see. That's what I'm interested in.
Oh, certainly not. No. He only does the things I want him to do, dear. That's why I
Thank
pay
you very
him,
much
isn't
indeed.
it?
Well, I think we're out of what could have been a very nasty situation there. Yes, Lynsey, have you a question you'd like to ask?
Yes, to Ferdinand, Monsieur Charrier. A couple of questions. First of all, do you know who Victor is?
Victor?
Yes. Do you know any Victor?
Victor?
Yes.
A moment. Who's Victor? I'm not sure who Victor is.
Oh, I see. Well, also, how did you know that 100,000 francs had been stolen? How did you know that?
Because I knew that he had that on the desk.
You knew that?
Yes, he does the accounts every day.
How did you know that much was on the desk?
Because I've been there earlier, you see. I'm clever.
Oh. Before 10:32, you've been there?
Oh, a long time before 10:32.
And they were there then?
Oh, they were.
Okay.
Right? Yes, Lisa?
Yes, Mr. Bottomley. Mr. Bottomley. What exactly is your relationship with Miss Woods?
Well, I first met Irene on the Fish Friers and Batterers Convention in Wakefield. She is, in fact, she's the manageress of the Dewsbury branch of the Happy Haddock.
It's a question of your place or mine. Oh, dear. Was Ruby your wife, whom you were phoning?
I'm afraid so, yes.
Yes, I thought about you naughty little man.
Yes.
Finished with him.
You finished with him, right. Yes, William. Oh, hello.
That wasn't me, honestly.
I sincerely hope not. Right. This is the buzzer for the first replay, which is yours, Lynsey. You wanted to see Monsieur Jules' final mortal words, which, if I remember rightly, was something about, put that thing away. Keep watching.
Yes.
I told you. What are you doing with that thing? That's not going to solve...
There, how did that help?
Not at all.
Not at all. Why did we bother? All right. Have you a question you'd like to ask about that?
No, not
Not
about
yet?
that at
Good,
all.
fine.
I've
Yes,
got something
Patrick.
else.
1 minute, Patrick.
Oh.
Raymond Luce, may I ask you, just to clear up something? It was said that the money was stolen, the chips were stolen, right? £100,000 worth. About what size would they be?
The chips?
Yeah.
They're the standard size.
Yeah, I know. One. Yes.
The chip size.
No, but I mean,
May I
how many?
interrupt this point and just show Patrick exactly what size the chip is?
Yeah, I want
size.
to know how much 100,000 would be in that quantity. Do you know what I mean? How big would the bundle be?
Excuse me.
How much would that be? Yeah, well, quite a... I think we can safely say quite a big bundle. Thanks very much. Yes,
Right.
yes indeed. Lisa, a question.
Oh, yes, Mr. Charrier, did you in fact wait until 10:45 before you went in to see Mr. Jules?
Yes.
You did.
It's a pity because I could have saved his life.
You could. Yes. Is he? Tell me, no, nothing. Is the Count a good customer? Does he come here?
Oh,
often?
yes, he buys me a drink every time he comes in.
He comes in a lot, does he?
Comes in quite often. He comes across from Italy and other foreign places.
Oh, I see. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good. Yes, Lynsey.
Yes. Monsieur Luce again.
Oui.
Having found the missing chip and then later the gun, what did you deduce from that? What did you
Well, I
think when you
deduced
found them both in
maybe-
the same place?
I beg your pardon?
When you knew they were in the same place, the gun and the chip, what did you think?
Well, I
Deduce, not seduce. This might be French.
I did not
but
seduce
we keep
anybody,
it
don't
clear.
mind. I mean, no, I deduced that it would be the same person who, when he took out the gun, the chip, that he possibly put the gun in there. I deduced, and I told Mr. Charrier, who understood perfectly.
Yes, Bill.
Yes, I would like to ask a question of somebody English because I can't do a French accent. So, I'd really like to ask Irene, Miss Wood. You obviously have an association with Mr. Bottomley, and you're obviously in the same business. I just wondered if you knew, is he very rich, in fact, or?
Well, I know for a fact he's got a very big turnover.
Yes, well, he's not the only one, is he?
Oh, buzz. There goes the buzzer before the next replay, which is yours, the double of Patrick and Lisa. You asked for the part of Joe Bottomley's flashback when Ginny Parker came out of the privy. I mean the director's door marked privy. Right.
Just don't get excited, Mr. Jules. It was only Ginny's little gag. Anyway, thanks a million. Oh, well, that's not quite that much.